how fucked up there's a handful of bodies seeing stars and shit. So funny. What was you thinking?
You are now listening to the Stoned Conservatives podcast.
Oh, fuck no.
Polished.
Sprinkling keef.
Yeah, with some keef. It was pretty good. We took a few hits. It's nice. Highly recommended if you're a great...
Called caviar in other places.
Yeah, if you're a patient, go for it.
Yeah. Or if it's, recreationally, whatever. Just fucking, if you can do it, do it.
Do it. If it's not, I don't suggest doing illegal activities. Well, you got to do what you got to do to try that Moonrock.
You got any weed news? Is there anything going on from this week? I know there's some places that just started allowing it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We might as well start with the weed
Was
news.
it Massachusetts?
Massachusetts? What happened there?
Let me double check.
Oh my God, Alan has some info that I don't know. That's how it works. I'm realizing as I'm doing this talk, I have like this thing up here and it like shows the EQ and everything. Kind of distracting.
It's a little distracting to see your own waveform.
Yeah, I know, and I get mad because it doesn't look right. I want to be a perfect waveform. I want to be a singer.
So this article I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
It's from MoneyCNN.com. Retail marijuana spreading
fake news. Fake news.
Fake news.
God, I knew it.
Everything is fake from that. But it's retail weed is hitting California, Massachusetts, and Maine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
I had no idea.
More states. But January 1st, it's going to be legal to do.
All right. See, that's
for stores to sell it.
That's more states, and I believe that's going to pass the 20. No, there's how many? There's like what 5, 7 states now that's legalized.
I think it's a little more than that.
A little more than that. See, I'm behind the times here, folks. But I know that there's about to be more than 25 states that are medically inclined too. So with that, I believe that almost forces Congress and Senate and whatnot to start revising legalness because it was almost kind of like the prohibition, right? More and more states started legalizing it, and then
once you see the potential problems podcast, once you see the potential income coming in from taxing it at between 10 and 25%. I mean, what was it? Colorado in the last 8 months has hit over $1 billion in sales.
Yeah,
and that's with a couple more months in the year to go. And I just see this article pulled up from Forbes 36 minutes ago. It says 11% of government employees in the D.C. area, Washington, D.C., where it's legal, have bought legal weed.
Oh.
11% of government employees out there. And that's a lot because it's a huge government town. That is the epicenter of the U.S. government.
I read somewhere where they said like 20% of the people there all work exclusively for like Washington, D.C., like in the big houses.
Yeah, if unless it's like people working at retail places, there's basically retail, food, and government. Those are the big three out there.
So if you're working at a Denny's, that doesn't count, right? No.
Yeah,
no, does not count. So we have a new study out here at UNM. They found that patients significantly reduced prescription drug use by switching to medical cannabis. What do you think about that?
Good.
Yeah. Do you hear about this? We're going to do this all day, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit. Jay Leno style. You hear about this legal cannabis? It's so crazy that, my writers forgot to write a joke for me.
So that Las Vegas shooting. Haha.
No. Yeah. That's...
Too soon, Jay. Too soon.
Yeah.
He's like, well, this is what happens when I don't have writers.
That's why he got fired. He got replaced.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, just joking about that shit. Way too soon. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I have another breaking news for pot, and it might be kind of a bad one because this is my favorite strain, I believe, to this year. I try it at all my dispensaries. I tried it in Colorado. It was like the exact same bud, quality, taste. Gorilla Glue number 4 has a lawsuit against Gorilla Glue, the company.
So the weed is suing the company? Well, they should be able to use the name. No. I mean, it's clearly weed's been around a lot longer than Gorilla Glue has.
I read it backwards.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame that they're going to try to sue a strain.
Yeah.
Wait, is the strain no? The strain's not getting sued. So
The strain is getting sued.
Is there somebody that owns the strain?
Yeah, it's
Like the
basically
people that patented the strain name.
It's like a GG Seeds, and I'm sure it stands for Gorilla Glue Seeds.
Oh, they're fucked.
Oh, they're definitely
in trouble.
So now they have to go as far as every single company, dispensary, and cultivators of that product have to stop using the word gorilla in their name.
So cease and desist under the current name, and if they change the name, then they will be allowed to continue
Yeah, they'll be fine
with the same genetics and everything. They don't
everything.
have
They
to,
just got to
stop
drop
production
the
of it.
whole gorilla.
Okay,
part
so
of
they
it.
have to just try to rebrand the strain with something similar.
So what would you call it? I would go with Elmer's Glue number 4.
I would avoid.
No, is that one not good? Mosh Podge number 4.
Maybe to definitely avoid a lawsuit, call it Flex Seal.
Flex Seal number 4. Yeah, that might be My Pillow number 4. That might be pretty good.
Maybe call it Led Zeppelin,
Oh yeah, you might.
something like that.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have never named it Gorilla Glue, but now
Maybe
I think they can-
Primate Adhesive.
Primate
Adhesive would be a good replacement name.
They might as well just troll them and call it.
Let's see,
I think glue number 4 is probably what they're going to end up going with. What do you think?
orangutan epoxy. Just try to keep coming up with these. Like, there's a lot of good ways to avoid having to pay fines for this situation.
They just
guys.
use different elephant glue.
Elephant glue, or well, maybe, I don't know, something.
Giraffe glue number 4.
See, but you keep using the glue thing. You have to find different types of adhesives.
We had to look up the.
Oh, Bert Kreischer's still on in the background.
Oh, hell
Still
yeah.
have all kinds of stuff open.
Yeah,
How do you
man.
not bog down your computer?
Because I have a supercomputer, man.
Oh, okay.
We'll go-
Let's see. I could probably think of like one other one. Look up adhesive in
yeah. Well, I'm looking at synonyms.
These are all off the top of my head, and you're going with thesaurus.
Okay, so we got monkey gummy number 4. No, it's a synonym.
Penguin paper mache. I'm good with that one.
Yeah, there's not really much here.
Resinous robin.
Resinous, yeah, you know, they probably could have picked a different name here. I think there's so many opportunities right now.
Waxy backing. Or waxy baxing. So it sounds like you're getting your back waxed.
Tiger Viscid number 4.
Adhering aardvark.
Melting penguin number 5.
Okay, so this has been a constructive brainstorming session for the company. So we'll just isolate this, send it to them, and then they'll be out of a lawsuit. No credit Stone Conservatives with it.
Right, and we'll probably get at least 10%.
Yeah, maybe.
70%.
Hopefully some stock share in the company.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
They'd have to change the domain from GG Seeds to probably, OS Seeds for orangutans samples.
Maybe they give us a limited supply, or what they call
Can't believe you looked up adhesive in a thesaurus.
yeah, I don't know much
It's
words.
despicable.
You know what?
It's
Hey,
dispellable. 'Cause you
you
can't spell
asked
it.
me to. All right, so what do you think about that whole UC Riverside video? Did you see that? You hear about
UC
this?
Riverside.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
UC Riverside. Did you see Riverside?
Where the student got the MAGA hat taken away from him.
Well, it's an agitative thing. I mean, if I went to, it's funny that I'm going to use this example.
Okay.
If I went to an ICP show and stood outside with a shirt that said, I disagree with you.
Or fuck ICP.
No, or just something like disagreeable to make it clear that like
my shirt is counter to what they're doing, I would not be surprised that I would have some kind of issue.
But you know, if they even attacked you or took that said clothing off of you, that is assault.
It is assault.
And it could
but
be.
But you provoked it. Look what you were wearing.
But what if the concert or whatever was.
By the way, with the Juggalo thing, I keep getting comments on the episode of my solo show that I did where I was talking about ICP being allowed back in Albuquerque.
Really?
In the last 2 days, I've gotten new comments on it, and one of them was like,
well, do you know why?
LOL, this white kid, nice bedding on your wall, and the other one was state of emergency, LOL, you're funny. Because, but it wasn't like I was particularly being disparaging in that. I was just talking about, oh, yeah, this is why they were originally banned. And
well, you weren't being serious about it.
No, I wasn't.
But I
was just like, oh, is it the question I raised was, is it the best idea to have a 13 and over show for an ICP concert in Albuquerque? Probably not, in my opinion. Not that I'm disrespecting them. I've been entrenched in Juggalo culture. I understand, but there's a time and a place for everything. It was my basic point.
Well, you know why that they probably commented recently, right?
Because ICP just did another show here?
Yes.
Or are they about to?
They just did. It was the other night.
Okay, yeah, I got 50 more views on that one. But I wasn't able to get any ad rev from it because just like everything else, every other video that I'm uploading is getting flagged for not being ad friendly because, dude, so I've started putting things up on VidMe. Start uploading your shows to VidMe. If they come up just under 30 minutes, you don't need a verified account to do that, and you'll probably get a little more exposure.
Really? So
yeah, it's going to be a growing.
So YouTube's going around and taking websites or videos down.
No, they're not taking videos down. They're just not allowing advertisements to be placed on the videos.
Okay.
And it's hard to find any consistency to the type of content that they're deciding is not ad friendly.
And you know that they're not just going around looking at their own friendly political view, left wing, Jimmy Kimmel and shit like that.
Well, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, he's allowed to have, he addressed the Las Vegas shooting, and on that video there was a bunch of ads that popped up, 7 minutes worth of ads that pop up.
Oh, jeez.
And when it's somebody else, I think it was Casey Neistat, or he's one of these other YouTube personalities.
Right.
He does a similar video, and his video gets flagged for not being allowed to be monetized.
Well, do you think this is politically motivated?
It's possible, but it could be more to do with the people behind the companies that are doing all these big ads, because recently YouTube decided to get bigger paying advertisers in there, Coca-Cola, Budweiser, all these huge people, and those are also the same people that tend to own a lot of these networks and shit like that. So when it comes to money, they're probably just oh yeah, we're gonna keep throwing our ads on Jimmy Kimmel's videos because we have an influence over both of these brands,
right?
Versus a YouTuber. So people who create content on YouTube specifically for YouTube, who pull in a lot of ad rev through millions of subscribers, they're getting all their videos flagged.
Well, did you hear about this? I'm gonna keep doing it. It's gonna
keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep doing it. Did you hear about the?
We need a timer on this thing.
I know. I need a button every time I press it. You know the whole Jim. I'm gonna fuck up his name already. The O'Keefe videos of the
George O'Keefe.
Yeah, of the American Prada.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or American Pravda or whatever. So basically, they did a new series, and they're attacking New York Times. And one of the guys in their second video admitted that he goes on YouTube and he kind of has to sift through the YouTube algorithms of what makes a video pop up on the main page or get a lot of attention and stuff. And he's purposely going around and blocking news sites and conservative places like InfoWars and stuff like that, and demonetizing probably, and basically making it so that they don't show up on the front page.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about this?
I think it's possible. I mean, the way YouTube works with all that is if videos are generally getting reported or thumbs down on something, if it's really unpopular,
as far as that goes, then it's more likely to.
Well,
not-
this isn't about being like people thumbsing down like.
No, it could be as
Infowars'
simple as
video.
reporting it, and that doesn't show up publicly, and you most of the time don't get a notification about it.
Well, this guy was literally said verbatim that he was going around censoring Alex Jones' videos and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think we're in a censorship war here now too.
Yeah, but if they're censoring Alex Jones, that's all right with me.
Well, if they're going around and demonetizing even your videos, there must be.
I know
a lot.
it's well, yeah, and that's the crazy part because it'll be fine for like 3 or 4 days, and then it'll pop up on there.
Well,
It's half of my videos.
I'm honestly can't wait for the day they do it to my videos.
Well, you need to start putting more up there.
Well, we're doing it. We got episode 5 right now going on.
I'm sure if you check right now, you'll probably see that yours aren't ad friendly.
Yeah, they probably aren't. I need to do a few more things.
Wait, do you
probably.
even have the monetization thing set up?
I believe I don't at the moment.
Okay, so yeah, then you wouldn't be seeing that anyways.
Yeah. Well, I don't really get much traffic going on the YouTube, but lately with the Black Lives Matter, I got more subscribers. So shout outs to you all listening right now. Thank you so much. It's really fucking dope. Oh, god damn it! I cussed again. So I was on a roll. Hey, I'm gonna be professional one day. Y'all get to press the little dump button in the studio. Screw it. Maybe I'll be on a satellite radio show or something where I can cuss. I know I can cuss on here. It's just like almost like a mental challenge for me. I want to be able to work on like AM radio or something. And then if I cuss, it's like $10,000.
You'll learn a little less than you do doing this.
Yeah, well, I probably won't get
Because
as
this
much
is
traffic
so lucrative
either.
right now, right?
Oh yeah, I'm making bank right now, homie. 10 toes.
10 toes.
10 toes down on this bank account. All right. I want to talk to you about a sad story that happened recently. And it happened, I guess, a couple weeks now, it seems. A week, more than a week and a half.
Yeah, it was, October 1st or 2nd. I think it was the 2nd, right?
Which is funny because Antifa...
That's
been
not funny, dude.
Well, it isn't funny. Jeez. You stopped me on it, and now it looks bad. Which is not funny because Antifa...
You set yourself up for that
Hey,
one.
how dare you. Antifa basically said that they were planning attacks on October 1st and November 4th, saying that they said they marched around. We talked about in the last episode that they blocked a highway, and they said it's coming or it's happening November 4th. So they're planning some shit, and they're probably part of this shit. The Las Vegas shooting that
But
happened.
what actual evidence, not sort of circumstantial shit, do you have to say that those two could possibly be related? Other than it's entirely possible that the dude may have had some kind of fucking leaflet implying Antifa or some shit like that. But everything else about him was fairly conservative.
Right.
He was a rich dude. He lived in a fairly conservative area.
He was not a conservative.
I'm saying lifestyle-wise, everything points to him being that way.
Well,
now, that's not to say that could have changed recently.
Right. Well, I honestly... My cat...
Your cat's knocking stuff over.
Yeah, how dare she? It's a distraction.
And just looks at it like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, I noticed that he shot up a country music festival, one. So, that's a great demographic to shoot up a bunch of liberals, right?
No.
Two, he was a registered Democrat
By the way,
voter
do you
this
know how
year
many
and
basic
voted
white
for
chicks- do you know how
Hillary.
Do you know how many basic white chicks love country who aren't Republican?
Probably voted for Bernie.
And at a Las Vegas setting, any type of music gathering is going to be fairly mixed.
Did I promise you that there was a bunch of conservative values?
There were, but there were also
implying.
plenty of fucking lefties in there. There was plenty of everybody.
Maybe
it doesn't.
It's kind of rare to
music
hear a
doesn't
left
tend to
wing.
just be one thing or the other as far as groups go.
Right.
You go with friends to social events.
Comment if you're a liberal that listens to country music, and I'll let you know. I think this is an attack on conservatives yet again. The FBI and everyone that has news doesn't want to report it. I know you don't like this, but InfoWars, Alex Jones, he had intel from one of the hostage rescue squad members saying that they found Antifa like paraphernalia, whatever that could be, whether if it's a pipe or some writing or something like that. I want to go over a couple facts with you too. I find this kind of weird. he checked in 3 days earlier than what the initial story is being told.
It's an open investigation. There's going to be multiple facts that come out differently than the first reports.
The security guard was shot prior to the shooting, so he started the second they started calling the cops, he started shooting and shit. And people are thinking that his whole plan, he was shooting at the fuel tanks nearby the whole center, like by the airport, and it didn't penetrate. But they just came out today that they were using incendiary bullets at the time. So I want your take on it because you're a heavy gun dude. You like your guns. And I wanted to get to you about bump stocks.
Those were incendiary rounds?
The reports just came out today that he was using incendiary rounds at one point.
Is there any actual proof to that? Because if you're shooting from 1,700, he's shooting from 1,700 yards away. Right. That's just to get the people at the festival. That's 1,700 yards. If you're shooting fuel tanks behind that, you're looking at easily 2,000 to 2,200 yards.
Yeah,
now,
you're
not going to penetrate jack. You're not going to penetrate jack shit.
I said that he didn't penetrate it.
Well, yeah,
he
but
tried
I'm saying that you know that he wouldn't do that. Or that it wouldn't penetrate. He would know that they're not going to penetrate. So why would he do that? That's not. It's probably not what he was doing.
I think he miscalculated. I think he was trying to shoot at it to cause a distraction to leave because he had his car filled with bomb making material and more ammo and guns.
If he wanted to set off a distraction or something like that, he would have left a car bomb or some shit like that. What I'm saying is any shooter knows that over that kind of distance, the rounds are going to lose 2/3 of their speed and velocity, power, all that shit. And so anyone knows that it's not going to penetrate. So don't even try, even if it's incendiary rounds, even if it's steel tip rounds or steel core rounds. It has to be something high power. It's not just going to be little 5.56 rounds.
Well, he was using different guns.
Yeah, different guns of all about the same velocities.
Caliber too.
They were intermediate cartridges. He wasn't using any crazy high-powered shit.
And so, what do you think about the whole bump stock thing? I don't think he was using bump stocks.
He was. They said that they found him on 12 of his guns.
They found 12 of them?
They found 12 bump fire stocks.
But how... having that consistent,
it wasn't that consistent.
You could hear it kind of like grrr, grrr, grrr,
it cycles, it changes.
But
because, dude, once you're working against recoil, so your strength is going to vary a little bit, causing the rate of fire to vary just slightly. So it may sound like it's on some kind of rotating device or whatever the fuck it is. He's just sitting there just spraying.
Can you bump fire while holding two guns at the same time?
If they're on tripods.
He did. Well, I don't know if he had.
He had tripods.
So he probably had both of them.
It's possible.
So with the bump fire, you could actually just squeeze with your hand and it'll do it. Like
if you have it wedged up against something, you just pull back and yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's possible.
So I think there was at the time. It's just
to me, there's a lot more evidence pointing to what is actually out there being what happened.
Well. There was multiple gunfire used. You can hear it at different points of the video during that cab one. If you ever
I've seen the different ones, and honestly, it doesn't sound like multiple shooters.
Well, I had a video from the Red Elephants break it down that says that it would be impossible for him to run across that room within 5 seconds.
No, it's a small area.
No, he had 2 windows broken out, and they were divided between like 2 sections.
Yeah, that's on 2 sides of the room.
Right, but for him to like shoot at one and make it sound loud and then the other one sound all low as if it came from the distance but had more gunfire because he broke it down on the video.
That could either be the echoes. Dude, people want to say that it's a lot harder to do this kind of stuff,
right.
But not when your adrenaline's going. You just fucking hop over to the other side. It doesn't even matter.
Well, I just don't think that's how even sound works like that. I don't think you can add.
Yeah, when it's coming from different areas. I mean, those windows weren't exactly the same angle, so you have to take that into account also.
So you don't believe that there was multiple shooters at all? I think there was one on the ground and one on the top.
There would have been bullet casings.
What about the fact that the lady, when she ran into the crowd and warned a few people saying you're all going to die tonight? and left and by security.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I'll give you that, but
within
it's
45 minutes. Happening.
I'll say that's a weird one.
say
But
that
people in
one
Las
chickened
Vegas
out.
say weird shit. It's Las Vegas. There's a bunch of fucking weirdos who've been strung out for days at a time.
Maybe drunk or something.
Yeah, it's a country music concert. People are gonna come up to you and say some dumb shit.
What about today? There's multiple Twitter and people that were coming out as witnesses saying that they got their phones back from the FBI and their messages and everything was wiped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's part of an investigation.
That's okay.
Yes, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. You can back it up from your cloud account.
What about the fact? See,
All you have to do is reload it.
you were going through this. I just like how you break it down. It's really good. How about the fact that his receipt,
Prostitute.
Paul Joseph Watson and Laura Loomer reported that there was 2 guests.
Prostitute.
Yeah.
He wanted to get laid before he did some crazy shit.
So you're thinking
He had the money for it.
Okay,
Las
so
Vegas has a
how
ton of
hard is it
escorts.
to get $50,000 worth of ammo? Is it pretty easy?
Over time, not particularly.
So
I mean, if you had time to get 40 guns over his lifetime, you probably buy 100
You don't-
rounds every so often. That adds up.
there's a video of
And
his
people
brother.
also think it's weird that he got that many guns into a fucking. He was there for fucking days.
His brother. Yeah, I know. I disagree
People
with that.
come with a lot of luggage.
Well, they have some multiple security cameras like everywhere. It's like
Yeah.
a hotbed of.
Yeah, so
Security.
You're
But he-
bringing a lot of luggage. He's gonna be staying there for a while.
So you think he went up and probably just took his bags up and down every time or something?
Not down. It's just like
Wait,
you go
well,
up.
he
You
bought
take
all
your
those
bag-
bags?
You take a cart of bags.
His car couldn't fit all those bags.
Dude, it's
It was a
it's
car
high
that they
traffic
found, by the
area.
way.
It's fucking.
The
There's a
police
lot of
reported
people.
it to be a van, but it's a car.
That's okay.
So
There's nothing wrong with that.
your size car that you got would be able to carry all those
Do you know how
guns?
small guns
Can
break
your-
down into?
Yeah.
If you take them apart, they're not hard to put together.
Uh,
You're doing little hand signals like, nah, just keep going. Bear
I
with
love
me.
it. I love it. It's
Breaking
great.
the fourth wall.
Hey, stop breaking the
Is this
wall.
episode almost done?
We're almost done, Alan. I just wanted to weed out the conspiracies and talk about new evidence that came out. Do you think that's anything kind of weird? Do you think this guy just did it with no motive at all?
No, he had a motive. We just don't know it.
Is he just mad at country singers?
He was,
like the
he
new.
was just fucking mad at people. Maybe he saw that movie God Bless America, the Bobcat Goldthwait one, and was like, yeah, I could do some ass shooting shit.
What about his Facebook?
Who knows if his health... So, follow me here. It's weird that a 64-year-old's living in a retirement community. Most 64-year-olds can still take care of themselves unless they have some kind of fucking issue.
What about
some
his-
kind of brain issue.
what
So
about-
it's more likely that he was just like, yeah, I'm past the point of remorse. Like, his brain is fucked up to a point where he's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to go do some shit.
What about the?
And he did. He planned it out, went to 4 or 5 different locations, never did it, meant to do it each time, and then actually did it.
The Facebook page. He never had one. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is pretty weird.
Well, not if. See, no, I don't know. It's not that weird, actually.
All right, just wrap this up real quick with the North Cali fires. Death toll right now, 23 so
It was
far.
28, what I saw.
28 now? Jesus, man.
That's moving through wine country.
It's all those wine people that they're
So you
burning
can
up.
expect this year's wine prices to go up, or next year's to go up.
All right. How about this? I was gonna go back to the Vegas shooting and shoot you with a good one, but I didn't really have one. What about the yeah, I got one. What about the phone charger found? It's not even
Prostitute's phone.
not even linked to his phone.
Yeah, prostitute's phone. She didn't forget her phone. She fucking forgot the charger.
So he went and bought it.
You know how many times you forget your charger at my place?
So this
We're
prostitute.
not fucking.
So Alan claims that there is a prostitute that has information about the Stephen Paddock. This is a first
possible.
I almost said InfoWars from Stone Conservatives. This is a first. We're breaking this
I'm
live.
saying it's something to look into.
Look into the
I'm sure
prostitute.
watch. Just give the investigation a little more time, and I'm sure some detail will come out about him having a prostitute.
Prostitute, and then we said it first. Stone Conservatives.
Yeah.
Boom. How about that? Callie, I pray to you. That sucks, dick.
The weed crop is gonna sometimes be lost too out there because of all these fires.
Oh man, no more Gorilla Glue.
No, not legally.
Shit.
You know, the fucking illegal growers and home growers are still going to be calling it Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, of course they will.
They won't call it orangutan obituary. Wait, that one didn't even have anything to do with an adhesive.
All right, Alan, that was 30 minutes exactly. Go ahead and plug your show.
Potential Problems Podcast on Facebook now is where we're going to start live streaming since YouTube's messing with us.
Great. And you can catch us on Stone Conservatives on Facebook. You can go to Twitter at Stoned Right, or you can go to SoundCloud at Stone Conservatives, or I believe it's soundcloud.com/Stone Conservatives. I'm Cam. That was Alan.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Moonrocks.
Moonrocks.
Moonrocks.